At one new restaurant in downtown Seattle, these two men are running the show.
Pork bun, duck bun.
They used to be line cooks, working for a wage. Today, they're owners, working for themselves. Kraken Kanji is open for business.
Getting a little bit busy. We like real action though. That means to get real dollars out. 5 pork, 3 duck, 1 junk boat.
And it all began with a deal on Restaurant Startup.
Let's make some rice.
But who will get a deal this season?
Now I'm impressed. Now I'm paying attention.
Joe Bastianich owns a portfolio of 30 acclaimed restaurants, along with Eataly, a high-end Italian market. Tim Love is a celebrity chef with 8 award-winning restaurants and a retail empire. Now, they're back on a hunt for the next food visionary.
Put your money on me.
Open your wallets.
The idea is actually so ridiculous. It might be great.
And they're doing bigger deals than ever before.
I'll give you 1.2 million.
2.1 million.
$6.5 million. $6.5 million.
Each week, one team will get $7,500 and 36 hours to transform this empty space into their dream restaurant. With the help of chef and entrepreneur Antonia Lafaso,
I've done my job well if you guys get this investment.
they'll open their doors to the public. And if the investors like what they see, they could offer to bankroll the business with their own money.
So that bite of food might have just bought him an investment.
Joe and Tim sign the checks, so they call the shots.
I want to give you guys a chance.
Will they make an offer together?
You guys are lucky. You got the duo.
Will they fight for the deal?
Which deal are you going to take? The simple one or the complicated one?
Or will they both walk away from the table?
That might have been the investment right there.
If you're the kind of person who just sits back, maybe you're in the wrong business.
This is Restaurant Startup. Tonight, Joe and Tim check out 2 teams looking to give the stuffy steakhouse a casual makeover. First up, Vinny Accardi and Trevor McGrath, best friends from Queens who want to ditch the tuxedos and tablecloths and just serve great steaks.
Room 55 is doing all these things that you hear about people doing, but they're not actually doing them in your neighborhood. It's a nice place where they can sit down with no pretension, but really good food.
We're both chefs. We're both passionate and dedicated, driven people. I didn't realize that it would be that hard to start the restaurant. After a few months, Trevor did me a huge favor by coming out here and helping me out with the restaurant. But I couldn't afford to pay him.
Vinny is the only person in the world that I would give up a full year, no salary.
The next goal, the next step for me is to open 55 Steak, where we focus on the highest quality steaks we can get our hands on.
It's a neighborhood steakhouse, a place that you can go on a Monday and a Tuesday.
The only thing really stopping me now is the finances to make it happen.
If this doesn't work, I gotta leave, and that breaks my heart.
I don't want to lose Trevor. He's been a big part of the success of Room 55. Might be my name on the door, but it's both of our heart and soul.
What the hell is this?
Load me up, raise the stakes, throw it all on the line. We'll be worth every dime. I'm telling you, put your money on me.
Oh, that's it? We don't get any more of that?
I hope you can cook better than you sing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what we got?
Hello, my name's Vinny Accardi. I'm the chef and owner of Room 55, located in Glendale, Queens.
I'm Trevor McGrath. I'm the Director of Operations and General Manager.
Room 55 is a modern American restaurant, so I basically take like your old school favorites, but I treat them with a little bit of love. I have a butchering background, so I get a lot of big whole cuts of meat, and I do a lot of my own fabrications. I'm able to showcase, unique and cool cuts that you don't see on every menu, especially in Queens. Yeah, you get them in the city, you'll get them in Williamsburg. But where I live, you're lucky if you get a good strip steak.
We've put together something really, really awesome. I like to say, we're the unofficial kings of Metropolitan Avenue. Everybody knows us. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Everything that we get is right there in our neighborhood.
Do you always talk this fast?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I have to. You run the front of the house, you're talking to 15 tables a night. You got boom, 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 boom.
So with a little bit of help, I'd like to open up the next thing, which is a steakhouse by the name of 55 Steak.
We're giving Queens what it doesn't have, high-end food without the pretension. We're asking for a $375,000 investment for a 25% stake in 55 Steak.
I'm assuming the food's pretty damn good.
Damn good.
So let's bring the food over here.
Okay.
Sure.
All right? Okay, so walk us through the dishes real quick.
Okay, sure. That's the bone-in prime filet. And I do make all my sauces from scratch.
This filet is delicious. The quality
Thank
of the
you.
meat is top-notch.
You got a great seasoning on the steak. It's a pretty luscious piece of meat, and with these potatoes, this is rich to the rich.
Yeah.
How much do you put this on the menu for?
$55.
So let's get to the next part.
This is going to be our meat plank appetizer. We have the lamb on there, ribeye, and we have wild rockabora on there for you guys today. The barbecue sauce is a balsamic blueberry reduction. That's specifically for the wild boar.
It's excellent. Really good.
It's actually some of the better meat we've ever had on the show.
Thank you.
What's the food cost on this stuff?
My food cost at Room 55 is actually very low, about 23% for appetizers.
Steakhouse means expensive. So what's the food cost going to be in our
It's going
restaurant?
to be close to the 30%.
You're going to have a hard time keeping your food cost under 30%. Especially at the prices you're talking about.
I feel you.
If you want to make money, the food cost needs to be lower.
Now, mind you that I'm not buying cut steaks.
You're gonna have a bandsaw at the
Yeah, I'm
restaurant.
pretty nasty with a bandsaw.
The next deal, am I negotiating with both of you or just you?
Whatever my steak is in anything, it'll be split down the middle with Trevor.
I haven't taken a dime. I'm not making a salary. I can't do it for much longer,
Yeah,
guys.
but how you living then?
We're roommates, and we spend probably about 17 hours a day at the restaurant, so it's just go home and crash and get up and do it again.
Are you cooking, or are you running the front of the house?
Run in front of the house, and I fill in whatever I need to.
And do you feel like he's added a big value to Room 55?
The extreme value. You know, he knew how to keep the books better than me. He knew how to run the dining room.
I've been in this industry since I was young. I learned how to shut my mouth, do what I was told, be a good little Sue and everything like that.
It feels like you have to sell yourself. It feels like he speaks by what's on the plate.
I could tell you're not a big fan yet.
You're going to have to prove it to me.
Okay, I will.
How long has Room 55 been open?
1 year.
All right, so like on a big Saturday, what are you grossing?
Probably about 2,500 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds reasonable. What did you gross in your first year?
Almost 100,000. I have 30 seats.
$100,000 is
Nothing.
what I do in a week at all my joints, at a minimum. I want you guys to think about a lower ask. You're gonna have to come down to earth.
If everything goes as great as it can go, in this entire year, what will you gross?
I'd say triple what I grossed last year.
So moving ahead, the new restaurant, how many seats?
I'd like to have no more than 60 seats.
Okay, what's the check average?
My current check average is about $55 to $60, but I think it'll go up.
75?
Yeah.
That's good. That's reasonable in Queens. Next question. I spent my whole life getting out of Queens, and now I own 15 restaurants in Manhattan. Why should I come back and do a restaurant with you two guys?
You don't have to be in the city to make great food. And I'm a big believer that there's not enough good food where I come from. You know what? I want to be able to walk out of my house and go have a real good bite to eat. Nothing makes me feel better than being able to have the place that I wanted right in my own backyard.
That's one of the best rebuttals I've ever had to me breaking someone's balls that I've ever heard. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You just shut me the up.
Yeah.
And I don't usually get shut up. Good job.
Joe and I need to talk a little about what we're gonna do. See you guys in a second.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Next up, Mike and Lacey Midgley, a husband and wife team from Stockton, California, looking to flip the fancy steakhouse on its head.
Midgley's Public House is like a modern-day steakhouse in Stockton, California. The restaurant is different than anybody around us. It's a little more fun, carefree, and approachable. Place where people come to meet and hang out. We have a wide selection of craft beer on tap. We're looking to open up a second location in Midtown Sacramento and having the restaurant grow with my family. My goal for Midgley's Public House is I want to create like an empire of food.
Mike and I met 17 years ago. We do have 3 young children. So hopefully after getting this investment, we'd be able to provide for our children and their futures.
It's a big deal because it's the only thing I know how to do is cook, work, be a dad. I do this to feed my family, man.
Hi, I'm Lacey.
And I'm Mike. We're Midgley's Public House. We currently run a successful restaurant in Stockton, California. And we're looking to open up a second location in Midtown Sacramento. We're gonna reinvent the steakhouse. We're ready to take the fancy out and make it fun and approachable. You want a 45-ounce dry-aged ribeye? You want a 50-ounce tomahawk? How about a whole pig?
All right, here we go.
You can do it all at Midgley's Public House and more.
There's a modern-day gold rush happening in Sacramento with the addition of the new Kings Arena. And we're looking to get in on the ground floor and stake our claim, creating what we like to call a steakhouse on steroids.
I can see Midgley's Public House in every big city across the nation in 10 years. So you guys ready to strike gold? We're willing to give you 40% for $350,000.
All right, Public House. Like a steakhouse gastropub? Is that what you're thinking? Like,
We're way different vibe, you know? Like, the music's a little more rock and roll in the background,
Yeah.
kind of like 90s hip-hop and, you know, just a little funkier vibe.
all right, let's try your food.
Sure. Why don't you guys have a cold beverage? Go with it.
The fact that you brought beer may have changed your whole chances
love that.
off the top.
Well, first of all, our appetizers are low food cost. Those asparagus cigars cost about 97 cents to make. We sell them for $9. So you're looking at about 87% margin.
What's inside there? Cream cheese?
It is.
Cream cheese.
What else is on your menu?
We have a 50-ounce tomahawk with sriracha elite compound butter we put on the top.
I think the steak is actually cooked very well.
It's good.
Thank you.
I'm not a big fan of the roasted onions on top.
So I have a question for you. How much does this piece of meat cost you?
$25.
It's not prime then, it's choice.
No, it's choice, yes.
Well, who do you buy it from?
From Cisco.
The largest distributor of wholesale food in the country.
Yeah.
What gives you a unique advantage over any other guy? I can buy the same steak at almost the same price.
You know, we're a family restaurant. We're not a corporate juggernaut.
I think going in and selling beef that anyone can buy through industrial distributions does not give you enough advantage in this market. What are you charging for this?
$70.
So this is like high-end dining. Like people spend over $100 a person to eat at your place sometimes.
They do.
Yeah,
They can.
That means that you have to deliver a product commensurate with the prices that people are expecting to spend.
Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the pig. How's this thing?
It's good.
How much do you sell that pig for in the restaurant?
$500. 27% food cost for a party of 10.
$50 a piece?
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
You've cooked it well. You want some?
I trust you. So we're looking at some very, very expensive proteins. I think that there's a big decision to be made on whether you call your restaurant a steakhouse or not. Because a steakhouse means expensive.
Yeah.
Is this a steakhouse or is it a gastropub?
Yeah,
We call it a
gastropub.
steakhouse.
gastropub, chop house, you know?
You're not answering my question.
We don't know, that's why we're asking.
So I'd have to say a chop house, you know? I like that
A
better
chop
than a
house.
steakhouse.
So a chop house is like a lower price point steakhouse. How long has the original Midgley's been open?
We've been open for 4 months now. Dream big, move fast.
What did you gross for 4 months?
We've done $620,000 in sales so far.
That's a lot of money.
Why do you think after 4 months, you're ready to have 2 restaurants? It took me 5 years to do my second place.
I can only imagine what it's going to cost to get in downtown Sacramento in 5-10 years. Right now, I mean, they're building a brand new arena, rebuilding downtown.
But 4 months, it just puts a serious bit of doubt in my head. We got a tough decision.
I appreciate your time.
Cheers, man. Good luck. All right, so we have 2 really compelling pitches today. Midgley's Public House and 55 Steak.
We will give one of these 2 concepts $7,500 of our money in 36 hours to launch their restaurant here in our space in Los Angeles. We will watch you operate, and then either Tim will invest, I will invest, or neither of us will invest. 55 Steak, your food's delicious. And it's a very, very interesting concept, something that's in my own backyard.
But when I invest my money, it has to get a return. And you're not making any money. Midgley's, what I like about you is you've had a fantastic launch, and your sales are trending very well in the first 4 months.
But I don't know if you have the ability to articulate what your restaurant idea really is.
I've got a guy that's been open 4 months who thinks it's time for him to do a second restaurant, which I think is a little bit sketchy in itself. Then I've got a guy that's been open a year, but has only done 100 grand. What are you thinking here?
This is tough, but I really feel strongly about Vinny and what these guys can do.
You know what? We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We'll talk to you.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Downey from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Cramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.